What's going on, guys? Welcome to today's video. Now today's video is going to be a training talk, and it was actually inspired by a video I put out this week. I put out on my 296 kilogram for a triple deadlift. On the third rep, I felt that the rep was not 100% competition worthy. If I was a judge watching my rep, I would have red lighted it, and someone actually in private messaged me and basically just kind of commended me for actually saying that, and that most people wouldn't say that. And quite honestly, this is what sparked the train talk, and the train talk base is about being honest with yourself about your lifting. And to me, it really is something that I didn't used to be very honest. I used to just basically accept any PR. I would accept any PR, any lift, as long as I completed the rep. It didn't matter how I did it. And it really spiraled into me working with maxis that I really didn't have any real right to be working with, and me doing reps that I didn't really have any right to be counting. They wouldn't count in competition, and then that meant that it made for bad training, and it overall just was a downward spiral. And where I've actually made the most progress is when being truly honest with myself about my lifting. And I feel that it is one of the most important things. For example, if you're constantly squatting high in training, but you're saying, oh, it's okay, I'm squatting high, it's fine, I'm not really squatting high, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Well, then when you go to competition, you can't really expect to do anything differently. And when you then to go into competition, if you're not going to do anything differently and you're squatting high, then you're going to get a failed lift. It is just as simple as that. Your lift is going to be failed, and if your lift is failed, then that isn't such a necessarily a very good thing. That is not a good thing at all, and you're going to probably bomb out. And it's the same if you're not pausing your bench long enough, or you're hitching your deadlift or anything. If you're not being honest with yourself, it's only going to lead to a downward spiral, because the further along you go with not being honest with yourself, the worse and worse and worse lifts you're going to accept, and you're going to just be getting yourself into a point where you're going to have to take such a huge step back to then get back to the same point you were, but actually have the right to be there and be working out with appropriate numbers. It's not going to be a very good thing to kind of check yourself that much and set yourself back that much. So instead of going so far down, then realizing, finally being true to yourself, and have to come all the way back, it's better to just stop yourself immediately where you are, not go any further, not proceed any further, and be true with yourself, and then move forwards. Because ultimately, if you're not true with yourself for your lifting, then there's really no benefits. There's just no benefits, because if you are a competitive powerlifter, it really doesn't matter all that much what you do in the gym. Yes, rep PRs matter a lot, because rep PRs mean you are able to then set your first, second, third attempts. But if you're setting new 1 rep max in the gym, but you're a competitive powerlifter, it doesn't really matter what you do in the gym. It's pretty irrelevant with regards to 1 rep max, in my opinion. Unless you're doing the platform, it doesn't really matter. Yes, doing mock meets and things like that to break up training cycles do matter a lot, but ultimately the most important thing is on the platform. So if you're setting PRs that are not competition spec worthy, and then you can't do it in the platform, then you're really just letting yourself down, and then you're kind of taking the whole premise away from being a powerlifter. I mean, it'd be like it'd be like a footballer hitting a free kick in training and it going wide, but him accepting that as a goal, because it literally is like that. I mean, if it'd be him hitting shots, it going wide, and him thinking, well, that's fine, it's not an issue. And then when he goes into game day or competition day and he hits it wide, it's not going to count. Which is the same if you're constantly squatting high, then it isn't going to count. I mean, it really is that simple. So you really need to be honest with yourself, and if you do a lift that you don't necessarily agree with, that's fine. Accept it. Analyse it, look at it where it went wrong, and then proceed forwards, and ultimately it will pay off big time in the long run. But yeah, that's what I want to talk about today. It's just about being honest with yourself. I feel being honest with yourself with your training, with your nutrition, with any part of your life, not just training. I'm just using training because this is obviously a powerlifting channel, but being honest with yourself about any aspect of your life. It could be from any aspect whatsoever. If you're not honest, it's only going to lead to problems down the future, and also problems just now. So I hope you enjoyed today's training talk, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and as always, I'll speak to all of you guys next time.